Hello everybody, Sunday Adelaja here again. This is a rejoinder to the video that I did yesterday. And yesterday I was talking to my fellow Africans and I was telling them to stop castigating Bill and Melinda Gates. And then after that, a whole barrage of questions started coming to me. And I decided to reply because I don't want to go into this argument or debate with anybody. And anybody is free to believe what they want to believe. But I just want to help people who really are sincere and are in need of answers. But I see that some people that I respect, that are my followers, are asking some questions. And that's why I want to do this rejoinder, to just answer their questions. So the questions that I want to ask are three main questions. Number one, is it not true that Bill Gates is part of the conspiracy theory to put chips in the body of 7 billion people so that everybody will carry the mark of Antichrist, of the mark of the beast? Number two, why, if that is not true, so why is it that Bill Gates is talking about vaccine certificate? Why is he talking about vaccine certificate? That's number two. Number three, if all this is not true, then what is his motive? Why should he be interested in vaccinating the whole world? So those are the things I want to provide answers for today. But I want to start by saying, you know what, guys? All those conspiracy theories that you people are gathering, do your research. Who are the people behind them? Who are the specialists who are speaking? And compare them to Bill Gates, who you are speaking about. You know who Bill Gates is? Bill Gates is a whiz kid. He's a wizard in technology. He's a brilliant mind. He's somebody that is responsible for most of the things that our world is enjoying today. You know, all those people who are talking about him, they are nobody compared to him. Believe me. Bill Gates is not just the richest person in the world. He's one of the greatest minds in the world. And for all those people talking all those rubbish about him, I mean, it's just lack of gratitude, because even if not for Bill Gates, they would not even be able to talk what they are talking about him. And this has always been the situation, that anybody that wants to do something progressive, the world has always fought against them. Now, why vaccination? First of all, vaccination is not a means of reducing the population of the world and of getting rid of black people. That is a lie. If Bill Gates if Bill Gates wanted to destroy Africa, believe me, he would do it in one day without even you knowing it. It doesn't take anybody. You don't even need to be a Bill Gates. You don't need to be a computer genius. You don't need to be an IT genius to destroy Africa. Anybody that wants to destroy Africa, they can do it easily. And I don't even want to tell you some of the ways this could be done. We are so backward. We are so underdeveloped that if anybody really wants to destroy Africa, that will be done like this in less than a day. Africa could be shut down out of civilization, out of existence, you know, if anybody wants to do that in this world that we are living in. And not just Africa. The whole world could be affected. A large chunk of the world could be destroyed by people who are really smart and who know what technology is about. And Bill Gates, he's one of those people who understand technology, guys. But he's using his knowledge, his IQ, his intelligence. He's using it to develop and better our lives. And we are fighting him back because of some conspiracy theories of people who have not done anything for us. You go and do your research. What have those people who are coming up with these theories about Bill Gates, what have they given to Africa? What have they done for us? And on the other hand, with a clear mind, go and do your research. What has Bill Gates done for Africa and what has Bill Gates done for our world in general? You will discover that those people have not done anything apart from talking. But what Bill Gates has given to the world and what he has given to Africa, it cannot be quantified. Now, let me now go back to the questions that people are asking. Why is Bill Gates interested in doing vaccination for 7 billion people in the world? Is that not a way or a way of bringing sheep into into everybody, so that they will be monitored and be controlled, that humans will be under the monitor and control of one world government. This is a conspiracy theorist, guy. Let me tell you why. I listen. For 2 weeks, I've been studying everything that Bill Gates said, and all the theories and all the conspiracy theories that people have been spreading about him. I've been studying this, and I'm just so alarmed at the fact that people misunderstand this man. What he's saying is this. Please listen. The reason why he's saying we need the 7 billion people on the earth, at least 7 billion vaccinated, but they take the vaccine, is because this is a contagious disease. This is a virus. That if you don't do that, we are social individuals, we are social beings. Even if it is one person that did not take the vaccine and he gets the infection, he's going to go all over the world again. Look, there have been histories of viruses before, and the only thing that stopped most of these viruses is vaccine. You heard about the Black Death, the pandemic that destroyed half of the population of Europe. Maybe it was said that Europe was about 100 million people at that time in the 14th century, and 50 million people died. But what stopped it? It was when vaccines were invented. The same thing with smallpox. Smallpox killed a whole lot of people all over the world. But it is vaccination that is the most effective and the easiest way to prevent these things. And a lot of other diseases that have been killing people, vaccination has been the way that the humanity has been able to find a way to, stop it from destroying people. That's why you are vaccinated. No matter who is talking, all of you have been vaccinated. You have vaccine in your body. I too have it. And so the only, we could be taking, let's say, for example, we didn't take vaccine. There is no vaccine. And we just leave this coronavirus to just keep on going like that. You think it will just disappear by itself? Okay, without vaccine, it means we have to be shutting down the whole world. Each time it reappears, we have to be doing social distancing. We have to be shutting out the whole economy like this, the way we are doing right now. But with vaccine, it could be eradicated altogether. That is what Bill Gates was talking about. He was saying that it will be necessary for the whole world to take it. It's not the sheep, it's not the sign of the Antichrist, it's not the sign of the beast, it's not 666. If that is the case, the vaccine you already took could have been used as 666. 666 could have been, there have been theories all the while of people trying to do 666, signs of the beast, anything, even, do you remember that there was no practice of passports, people using passports, the identity passport before? And when that was introduced, all over the world that time, the whole world was also crying foul, and they were saying passport is a sign of the beast. Now everybody is having a passport. Do you know that in some countries they have identity card? When they started the identity card, also everybody crying it is sign of the beast, 666. Now it is vaccine, but vaccine was there before. So if the people had wanted to do 666, sign of the beast, they could have done that before. So what Bill Gates is saying is that it is the most effective way, the most effective solution right now for this thing not to keep on coming and reappearing is vaccine. It will eradicate it just like it has done before. That is why he said the whole population of the world, we have to do it, at least most of the world. That is how we could contain and begin to live in peace. Bill Gates is a citizen of the world that is interested in the world functioning, and every citizen of the world, living their normal lives. Now, so that is the question, answering the question about is he interested? Why is he pushing for 7 billion people to be vaccinated? So then people will ask me, what about you? Will you be vaccinated? Will you take the vaccine? Yes, I will be the first one to volunteer to take the vaccine. I will take the vaccine, my wife will take the vaccine, my children will take the vaccine, my church members will take the vaccine, definitely. I'm praying that they will find a vaccine. I'm praying that the vaccine will work out. But there is a whole process before a vaccine is allowed and certified by the whole medical organs in the world. Because you know, everything has to be certified, everything has to be tried and patented and everything like that. So once it is finally done, I will be the one to volunteer. I will be one of the first one to volunteer. So that is concerning the 7 billion people that Bill Gates wants to give vaccine to. It's not a sign of this beast. It's not a 666 sign. Forget about that one. And even if it is, why should you be afraid of that? For me, I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible that Antichrist is coming, but Antichrist is not going to meet me here. My belief is that I will be out of here before Antichrist comes. I also believe in the rapture. I believe that I would have been taken out of here before the Antichrist comes. So Antichrist will only meet people who are ready, who are not ready, who are not in Christ already. I'm already in Christ. I'm not bothered about Antichrist or about his signs. I don't have any dealing with Antichrist. I am covered in Christ. I am in Christ already. My home is in heaven. So I'm not bothered about Antichrist or his sheep. That is about that one. Secondly, people ask the question, why, but if that is the case, why did Bill Gates talk about vaccine certificate? Why does he want to introduce certificate? Is that not a way to track people so that people will be tracked and people will not be able to buy or sell without the certificate? That if you don't have the certificate, you will not be able to travel, you will not be able to go to hotels, you will not be able to go to the airport, you will not be able to do anything, you will not be able to eat, you will not be able to go to the shop unless you show the certificate. Oh my. People are so myopic. Go and listen to the man now. I try to listen to the man. I listened to him several times. I think he's talking very clearly. Or maybe it's the American accent we don't understand. But there are some Americans and Western people also who are misinterpreting him and coming with theories. Oh, his father was this. Oh, somebody was in the Nazi. They were part of the Nazi German fascist. And this is fascism. The father, the grandmother, the relatives. I listen to all the conspiracy theories. But I know they are rubbish. Now, let me explain the certificate. What the man is saying about certificate is this. He's just saying, as a futuristic person, he's a futurist. And he's saying the world will change after this pandemic. Why? Because every country will try to become more protective of its territory now. That's what he's talking about. That every country will try to be protective because every country will be careful that nobody from another country brings any infection to them. So that now what is going to most likely happen is that countries of the world will, apart from your passport, right now what you need to go to another country is your passport and your visa. That in most countries now, that the new thing that this thing will bring to the world is that they will be asking for your vaccination certificate. That it is most likely the world will introduce a certificate that everybody, that before you go to another country, that countries will demand for you to show your certificate. Just like now, do you know that when I take or I send Europeans to my country, our country, Nigeria, ask my members and my friends who go to Nigeria to also present yellow fever certificate. All of them have to do yellow fever test. They have to, get the certificate that they have passed their yellow fever, and malaria vaccination or test before they come to Nigeria. The same thing, that is what Bill Gates is talking about, that now most countries will be careful because nobody wants to experience the pandemic again. So they will now be asking that the world will be forced to ask people for their certificate of health, and especially for the virus. So that's what he was just trying to explain. But because it is impossible to shut down the whole world, we cannot be an island to ourselves again, and the countries cannot just live within themselves. So they will be forced, because this sickness, this pandemic is forcing everybody to say, okay, you can come to our country, but before you come, instead of right now, what is happening is this. They make you line up in the airport, they make you go to quarantine. To remove all those troubles, you have to do those things where you are coming from and show a doctor's certificate or a vaccination certificate that you have done it. Then you have a free pass. That it doesn't have anything to do with Antichrist. It doesn't have anything to do with sign of the beast and things like that. This is just a logical thing. Just think logically. Because this, even right now, people already, even African countries, they check the Europeans before they come to Africa. The same thing, anybody who is going anywhere now is being checked. It's not because of discrimination, it's not because of Antichrist, it's not because of beast or anything, it's just normal, common sense precautions. Then the next question that I want to answer is that why is Bill Gates particularly interested in this thing? Oh my God. Because Bill Gates is a human being. He grew up in a society where concern for other people is part of their culture. Where, he has attained the height of wealth, riches, and success prosperity that anybody could get. And he has discovered that it doesn't worth it. That the whole essence of life is love. Love for your neighbor. Service, serve your neighbor, stewardship. And he knows that with his position that he has of a privilege, wealth, ability to relate to presidents, that the most thing he should live for is, he has discovered that it's not possible to live for money or just to live for yourself. Is to use his influence and money and everything to make the world a better place. And because of his experience and because of his studies and people he's working with and people working for him, he's able to see the dangers that our planet and our world faces. And they are thinking, and always have attended meetings with him before, where they have always been talking about how to resolve the problem of the world. You are not used to that because your geos and your country is almost like talking about you. Most of us, we are only concerned about ourselves, our egocentric reasons and our egocentric lives. But this man has discovered that living for yourself is not enough. That real joy in life comes when you live for other people. That is his motivation. His motivation is not because he wants to become the agent of 666 or he wants to destroy humanity. Where is that? Why is that even coming to your mind? No. Religion has destroyed Africa. Because it is religious people, Christian believers, or some of them in the West, who are propagating this rubbish. And my African people are just swallowing everything without doing their due diligence research. If these people wanted to destroy Africa, if Bill Gates wanted to destroy Africa, believe me, it doesn't take him one day. But this man is saving Africa. Please stop castigating him and his family. Leave his family alone. And I'm bringing my apology on behalf of my people and my country and my continent to the family of Bill Gates and his wife and his child and his team for all the rubbish that my people have been talking about them. I know you are talking rubbish about me too, that I've taken money, that I'm looking for favor, that I'm waiting for some recognition, or they have already paid me. That's why I'm defending them. Listen, say anything you want about me, but leave these people alone who have been a blessing to the poorest of the poorest in our continent. For the love of God, church and nation.